Hey family, this is D. Arlando Fortune to bring you another inspirational talk. So today's topic, we're going to discuss three different types of education that probably occur in your life. And which one of these is the most important for your success, for your happiness? So yes, there's three types of education that I want to discuss, and I'm trying to keep this fairly short because there's one that I want to particularly spend the most of this time on. You see, the first form of education we have is formal education. This is the one we get that you go to school, you may go to some type of graduate school, you may go to university, high school, middle school, all these different schools. You may have been self-schooled, or homeschooled, excuse me. You may have been going into some type of Catholic school, different things of that nature that come around with these rudimentary elements of education, the reading, arithmetic, and writing. Okay. Now, I don't know how much of you have used your formal education once you've left formal schooling, but I haven't used a whole lot of it. Matter of fact, I'm the type of guy that I will actually try to figure out how to use some formula just to make this to spend some time doing something sometimes. I'm really not going to go into that, but it's just that's the nerd side of me. But here's the thing about what I'm saying. You have the formal education. Then the second thing we have is an experiential education. The experiential education would be something like going to vocational school, going to the trade schools. It would be something like going to an apprenticeship. Several people that I've met who have got successful in their cooking careers didn't necessarily go to culinary school or any other type of school like that. They started off maybe in a dishwasher, worked their way up through the line, learned all the different skill sets, and just spent time in different restaurants, different kitchens, different chefs, learning on hand, hands-on training on how to become a chef. And their passion for food grew, and they wanted to learn more, which we'll get to. What does that mean? They learn more from your passion. Another thing is also when you go to like vocational schools, trade schools, you're going to get hands-on training because you're actually working on, say, engines at a trade school. Say you're learning how to welder, you are actually welding at these schools. So you're getting experiential training. Not only that, we can think about the real-world experience. It's also an experiential education where you're actually doing some activity and you're getting some feedback. You're trying something out in the real world and getting some feedback. You learn the real world has a way of teaching us very quickly whether we're doing something right or wrong. Now, the last piece, the third piece I want to talk about is the self-education. Self-education. And I believe this is the most important education you can get. Now, in this post, I'm going to give you a bunch of different people who didn't actually go through a formal education. You're going to see a bunch of different names on there that are very successful in their businesses that didn't really have the full formal education, whether somebody had dropped out in college or they dropped out in high school or didn't even make it to high school. So the very successful people have come about this. And the reason why they had that is because of the last two. They had the experiential education. They were out there doing things and learning from them. But they took those experiences and they also tried to self-educate. They went out and learned from people during the day, and then they went and researched and did things for themselves at night. They got the books, they got the education, they thought about what they did during the day and planned on how to make it better. This is part of self-education. This is the reason why you're actually watching this video. You're doing some self-education. You're looking for information on how to become better, how to get the success you want, how to get to the happiness that you want, and you know that you're not getting that from the formal education. And something about your experiences, your situation that you've gone through that you're missing. What is that key piece that I'm missing? And how can I look at it from a different angle so I can push through my hurdles, push through my obstacles, get around them, over them, through them? So the self-education is the most important piece because the more I take the time to read the books, to associate with better people, to listen to the audios, to get into seminars, to do these things to make myself better on my own time, this education is the one that will get me to where I want to go. Self-education is so important. And I want you to just really think about where you want to go in your life and see if the things that you've learned from your formal education, see if the things you've learned in your life, your experiential education, have gotten you there. And then take a look at your self-education. What am I doing for myself to learn how to use what I've learned and from my experiences, what I've learned from my formal education and from the books and associations that I've had to get me to where I want to go? And am I going to put them into play? This is so key for you to get there. I really want you to get it home with you that you are not going to get to where you want to go. Or if you do, it'll be by happenstance. But it's hard for you to get to where you want to go without self-education, without taking the time upon yourself, making the time to get the information that you need to get to where you want to go. Such a key point. Now, what I want you to do today is work on something to help you move towards your goals today. Something to move towards that success and that happiness that you want to do. Whether that's going and reading a blog post, whether that's going and watching a video, whether that's going and talking to somebody who has a little more experience in the area that you want to get into. Do something today to get you closer to the success that you want, the happiness that you want. And then, once you got that education and information, I want you tomorrow to go act upon that. If you can't do it tonight, tomorrow go act upon whatever it is that you learn today. Okay? Now, I heard let you know you can have everything you want in this life because God wants you to have them. If only you believe. You can live a life of no doubt, just blessings. And I'll help you get there. I'll talk to you later. Love you.